What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Tyler with Vintage Cardboard, and I've got another video for you. Today, we're going to be looking at some PSA slabs. Should probably take them out of the box, otherwise I'm going to be fiddling with them for half the video. So I'll just take the whole stack out, and we'll just put them face down right here. It's going to be 15 slabs. PSA is finally getting a lot of their orders out, it seems, because I've gotten quite a few PSA orders back in my hands in the last couple weeks, so that's good. They're finally catching up, although I'm not sure they'll ever readjust their prices downward, but who knows, we can hope and pray. So, alright, let's just get right into it. Before I get started, feel free to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment. We're basically going to be going through a bunch of base set first edition and some Shadowless holos today. And most of these are going to be middle grade cards, like probably 5s, 6s, 7s. We might get lucky and get an 8 or something, but none of them are going to be really crazy cards in terms of grade. These are just a submission that I sent with the vouchers to try to see what these cards would get graded, because I mean, they all basically have value, so let's go right through them. First card right off the back, we're gonna go backwards through the submission. Some of the more exciting ones are toward the bottom of the stack right now. So, this card looks pretty good. It's got a little white dot there, a little bit on that corner. Basically, each corner's got a little something going on. Not too bad though. The surface looks really good. And we'll flip it around. Okay, we got a Shadowless Machamp. They're all first edition, so I feel weird calling it first edition, because there's no non-first edition ones. You can see the holo has some scratching there. Let's see if I can get a better angle on it, maybe going this way. Yeah, you can see them like vertical scratches. Nice! So I'm guessing this probably, well, okay, so if I had sent this 2 years ago, this would probably have gotten an 8. But I feel like PSA has gotten a little more harsh on their grading, so I'm gonna guess that this got a 7. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, boom! Yeah, it's a 7. So, this submission I actually am conducting a little bit of an experiment. So I have a card in here that was a PSA 8. And I want to see what it graded, because to me it seemed like sort of a weaker PSA 8. So I wanted to see if they would give it an 8 again or give it a lower grade. So this card has actually gone down quite a bit in price. I think these are only around $150 to $200 as a 7, but still a really beautiful looking card. The holo looks pretty dang good, even though it has those scratches. So here we go. We got a 7 there. Next card, let's get into it before I take way too long. All right, we got a Hitmonchan, Shadowless, not first edition. Pretty nice holo. Looks decently clean. Might have a couple little things here or there, you can see. Nice picture. Yeah, a couple print lines and whatnot, but it looks really good. Once it's all shined up, yeah, man, it looks great. Let's check out the backside. We've got a little bit of whiteness on the edge on the top. You're so white. Bottom as well, right side, left corner on the bottom, so it's a little dinged, I suppose. I would say that this probably got a 7. Again, this might be an 8 candidate 2 years ago from PSA, but I really do feel like they've upped their, how strict they are when they grade. So I'm gonna guess that this is a 7. So 3, 2, 1, boom! Yeah, it's a 7. So this 7 Hitmonchan as a Shadowless, it's probably like a $200 card. Still really awesome though. Very hard to get a 10 in these because of how huge the holo is, how sensitive it is. Got him! So, moving right along, we've got another card with a slightly dinged up top side there on the back. Bottom left corner has got a little something. And a couple nicks, nick cages at the top for sure, a whole row of them. Let's check out the front. Oh, another Hitmonchan. Cool, another Shadowless, so there's 2 of them.
There are 2 of them.
This one should technically be a little less clean, considering I'm going through the stack backward, and I usually order my cards of the same, like if I have 2 Shadowless Hitmonchan, I'll try to put the one with the lower grade first, and then the better grade after. So this one should be slightly less nice than the last one, although it looks really good.
Very nice.
I'll guess that it got a 6, I suppose, because there's a decent amount of scratching there. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom! Oh, cool, we got a 7! Wow, we got lucky there. So as you can see, the range for what a 7 is, it kind of can fluctuate from about as bad as this, where you see all these hollow scratches, on top of the fact that you have the the row of nicks up there, and a couple little nicks, whatnot, here and there. Still a really solid looking card, especially if, you know, if you're not a perfectionist about grades and you're not always trying to find every little scratch. This is a really nice looking card. Alright, so another $200 slab, that's pretty cool. On to the next one. This one's a little dirty on the backside. You can see the bottom has, you know, it's got some problems. The right side, it's a little grinded up. The left edge is actually really nice. Everything else kind of got chewed a bit. Every other edge. The surface is also not super amazing, but not terrible. It's kind of hard to show you with these lighting angles, but we'll flip it around. Another Hitmonchan, this one with the first edition. So that's good. Alright.
Good.
This one, I really feel like this one's probably a 6, so I'm gonna guess a 6. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom! Haha, yeah, it is a 6.
Wow. That's
cool. So as a first edition, just as a comparison, this 6 is about $400 or so.
Wow.
As compared to the Shadowless one with the single grade better, it's a $200 card. So 200 bucks, 400 bucks. Pretty cool. All right, let's move on before this video takes way too long. Next card, slightly off center, top to bottom, and left to right for that matter. We've got some nicks all over the place, a little chewiness, couple chewy bars, maybe a Chewbacca sitting right down here at the bottom. Okay, this is looking like it's probably a 5 or 6 range so far. Let's see how the front looks. Oh, Zapdos. I love Zapdos.
I love democracy. I love the Republic. I love...
The holo looks actually decent, but there are some hairline scratches you can see. I don't see much else wrong with it. I'm gonna guess this got a 6, just because the back was kind of weak. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom! Haha, yeah! On a roll with the guessing of these grades. So a PSA 6 Shadowless Zapdos, that's about a $600 card, actually, if you can believe it. That's a lot more popular of a Pokemon than Hitmonchan, I suppose. So, right on.
Excellent.
On to the next one. Let's check out the backside of this. Bit of nickage up there. A bit down there as well. Corners are not terrible. This one just kind of looks like it had a... I don't know, maybe an issue with how it was cut, but... who knows? These are all 20-year-old cards, so... actually older. First edition Zapdos. I love this card. Zapdos was my first base set holo that I pulled. I think I've said that a bunch of times on this channel, but... that's alright. The holo actually looks really clean. Might have a little scratch here or there. The one annoying thing about this Zapdos is that's an actual like nick. See how it shines up? That's because that's the holo showing through, so it got a little chipped there somehow, but that's how it was when I bought it. I think I bought this card for like 80 bucks about 3 or 4 years ago. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna guess it's I'll go with a 6 again. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom! Oh, a 5. Oh my. Okay. Interesting how this gets a 5. Maybe there's, you know, maybe that contributed a lot more to the downgrade than I'm giving credit because, well, and that top it's kind of chewy. So, but that's still really cool. For me, the most important part is that the holo looks nice. So this card looks fantastic to me still, to my eye, even as a 5. And as a 5, this card I believe is worth about $400 or so? Wait, maybe I'm wrong. Because the last one... yeah, that Shadowless 6 is about a $600 card. I'm actually checking right now. Yeah, it's about a $400 slab, believe it or not. So this is actually cheaper, 1 grade lower than this. So, go figure. Alright, moving on. Next slab. This one's, you know, it's got some issues on each corner. It's got some issues on the top edge. Other than that, the back looks okay. So, not the greatest, but not the worst. Ooh, another first edition. This one's got the thick stamp. Just by comparison, that's the thin stamp. They call it thick because the actual number 1 is thicker, whereas there's a thinner amount of ink though, and this one they call the thin stamp because the 1 is thinner, although there's a thicker amount of ink, so it can get confusing, but thick stamp, thin stamp, there you go. And and by the way, apparently this was the first print run, this style of stamp, so this is technically the slightly rarer and more sought after version of a first edition card. So here we go. Let's see what the front looks like on this holo. It's a little more scratched up. The last one got a 5. I'll guess that this one got a 6 though, but who knows, maybe it got a 5 too. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, boom! Ah, another 5, okay. So another $400 Zapdos, pretty cool. Most of these cards will likely be available for sale, by the way, so if you guys have any interest in buying any of these, feel free to hit me up. You can send me a message. Instagram, I check the most, so it's in the link down in the description. You can check the Instagram, and then you can purchase from me directly, so we don't have to give a big old chunk to eBay. As much as I love eBay, I do love money a little more. So we got some nicks all the way around, some chewiness. Ooh, we got Nidoking first edition. This card's a really like slept on Pokemon. In terms of holos for base set, Nidoking is super cool, but he's not as valuable as some of the others. He's like basically on the same level as Magneton, which is interesting. I don't know how that's, because Nidoking is so much cooler. But anyway, we got the thick stamp. Holo's looking okay, got some scratching. I'm gonna guess this is I guess it's a 5, just to be conservative. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, boom! Oh, we got a 7? Wow.
Wow.
Okay. I was way off, but I'm okay with that.
Wow.
I guess the back's just a little nicer than I gave it credit, but I figured they were gonna be really harsh on this guy. So PSA 7 Nidoking, first edition. It's like a $500 slab right here, so that's cool. Right on. Good stuff. On to the next card. Alright, here we go. Backside's got a couple chips, couple Frito-Lays, some Doritos up here. Front side, ooh, Gyarados. I love Gyarados. Wow. I didn't know how to properly spell Gyarados till like 2 years ago. I always thought it was, like spelled like G-A-R-Y, Gyarados, but it's totally wrong. It's Gyarados. Anyhow, looking cool. Really awesome. I think this card's pretty clean, so I'm gonna guess, because the last one was a 7, I'll guess that this was a 7 too, because it looks pretty similar, so really beautiful card. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, boom! Yeah, we got a 7! Right on. So, these first edition Gyarados is a 7, it's like a $600 to $700 slab, I would probably say 650 bucks. Prices have been changing a bit, you'll notice in previous videos from the beginning of 2021 and the end of 2020, the prices for slabs are really, really high because there was a huge hype wave that hit Pokemon, and it's kind of crescendoed and now it's descendoing, or whatever you want to call it. So prices are dropping a bit, but that's okay. People who have been collecting Pokemon for a long time, I mean, we've seen it go up, we've seen it go down, so nothing to really worry about. Pokemon's in a very healthy state right now, I would say. If only they could just print more modern stuff so people could get boxes at regular prices. But anyhow, we got some chips on the bottom, chips on the top. Not too bad. Looking so... Oh wow, another Gyarados with a thick stamp. It's looking pretty similar to the last one, although this one technically should be slightly worse off condition-wise. Centering is perfect on a lot of these cards. I'm gonna guess it's a 7. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom! Yeah, another 7, sweet. So another $700 slab. I'd say they're 650 bucks. That's what I'm sticking to. All right, next card. Let's see what we've got here. All right, the backside's a little chewy. Not terrible. It's kind of hard to see unless I put something behind. So there you go. Bottom's not quite as bad as the top. It's kind of looking like a 6 range maybe on the back. Oh, Blastoise. Shadowless Blastoise. Sweet. Yeah, so it's got some scratching. I'm gonna guess this is a 6. Yeah, I'll guess it's a 6. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Haha, yeah, it's a 6. cool. So PSA 6 Shadowless Blastoise, probably around, I don't know, like 250 bucks, maybe 300 if you're lucky. Surprisingly. These were a lot more expensive a couple months ago, so. But yeah, that's just the way the game is. Prices go up, prices go down. And then hopefully they go back up again at some point. Alright, next card, we got a little bit of chew action on the bottom, little on the top. Doesn't look quite as good as the last card. Ah, wow, we got a first edition Blastoise, cool.
Nice.
Alright, so the holo looks decent, not great. You can see it's got a lot of stuff going on, but it shines up nice. It's got this little issue in the corner on the top there, but not terrible. It's just, you know, not perfect. So I'm gonna guess this is probably a 6, but if they gave me a 5, I won't be too surprised. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom! Haha, yes, we got a 6. Wow. Sad to say, I have a lot of Charizards, but I think this is the highest grade for a first edition base Blastoise that I currently have. Believe it or not. So I'll have to maybe look into getting like at least an 8. You know, the 8 range is something that I respect. Like as a mint card, 8s are really good. I've seen 8s that could be 9s, maybe 10s. Anyhow, so this card's probably worth around, I'd say around $1,500, honestly. So this is one of the bigger cards in this submission, if not the biggest card. So cool, awesome. And funny enough, these vouchers are only supposed to cover up to $500 in value per slab, but they didn't upcharge me for this one. But it's probably because the total of all these slabs together doesn't equal more than $500 times 15 slabs, right? Because that's what the insurance has to cover. Blah, 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 boring. Anyway, on to the next slab. We got 3 left. This video is already way too long, as usual. This one's a little more Chewbacca'd all the way around, especially that bottom edge and the right edge. And kind of the top edge too. The left, somehow the left edges of these cards on the back are doing a lot better. But here we go. Okay, another Blastoise, first edition. So a little fun fact, this card has actually already been purchased by someone. Somebody hit me up looking, this nice gentleman named Tony. So thanks Tony for hitting me up through Instagram. He bought this card for, well, let me reveal the grade first. I already know what it is, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, boom! It's a PSA 5, that's cool. Tony bought this for $1,200, so thanks a lot, man. It's gonna be shipped out this afternoon. I'm actually making this video, sort of in a rush because you bought this so that I can have the card in the video before it's sent out to you. So, he purchased it yesterday, and we sending it out in a couple hours. It's a really, really good looking Blastoise for a 5. And so yeah, it's got the thin stamp, really awesome. And the last 2 cards, here we go. This one's got a pretty clean backside in comparison to all the other ones in this video. Just a couple nicks here. Not a whole lot else to look at. Oh, I revealed the grade like a dummy. I was actually on a good roll there of not making a mistake. Oh well. So fun fact, this card has a little history. Why? Because this is the card I did the experiment on. And what did I say before? It was an 8. So this is the old slab for this Ninetales. I cracked it out of the case and resent it in because there's all these rumors that PSA is grading harsher than before and 20 million certs are graded a lot lighter and easier than 40 and 50 million certs. Well, this card was a 41 million cert technically. So early 40 millions, and it was a PSA 8. So silly me, right, for cracking it because now it's worth less. So this is why they say buy the card and not the grade, because look, is it an 8 or a 7? Well, I guess it just depends on what year you sent it in. So there you have it. This is a formerly PSA 8, now PSA 7 Ninetales. And I assure you that there was no damage done to the card when I cracked it out because I have a pretty good method for cracking cards out of cases, and yeah, there was nothing different about this card pre-cracked versus post-cracked.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
So there you go. Now it's a 7. As a 7, it's worth about $700. Funny enough. As an 8, it probably would be a little over $1,000 bucks, if not a bit higher. So Lost a couple $100 on this experiment, but hey, now I have my answer. PSA definitely grades harder than they used to. At least in my case. Maybe some people have better luck, but you never know. I do hear this a lot though. So here we go, last card on this sub. Looks pretty decent. I'm guessing it's another Ninetales. It's probably a slightly worse condition Ninetales. Yep, here we go. First edition. Look at that holo. Oh gosh. It's still really great looking though when you have it at the correct angle to light it up, but as soon as you hit that harsh bam, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, scratched up. So I'm gonna guess this probably got a 6, based on the last card being a 7. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, boom! Yes, it's a 6, cool. So we were pretty good on guesses, and I only messed up the reveal on one slab today. By the way, this Ninetales as a 6 is around 500 bucks or so. So still pretty great.
Wow.
You know, I bought all these cards I bought a long time ago in collections and whatnot, so I paid, you know, maybe 50 bucks, 100 bucks here or there for each of these cards, so this is a pretty good submission, I gotta say. It was definitely worth getting these cards graded, and I had fun showing them to you guys, so feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know which card in the comments you like the most from this submission. What's your favorite one? I feel like we're gonna get a lot of Blastoises and a lot of Gyarados for the comments for people who prefer, you know, picking their favorite Pokemon out of this sub. So anyhow, thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'll have some more videos coming out soon. PSA is sending me my submissions again, finally. They've been clogged up for a long time, so we'll have some more videos coming. And yeah, I'll see you then. So take care. Bye!